people that love them. And I see a lot of people who are asking Zawadi the question, do you love him? That question is irrelevant because women were never commanded to love their husbands in marriage. They were commanded to submit. So it's completely irrelevant whether she loves him or not. It's, does he love her? The only person who is commanded to love is him, and he loves her, and she submits to him in a way that he finds is good for their marriage. We don't know the ins and outs, and so I think people asking questions like, do you love him? It doesn't really matter because he feels loved to the point where he loves her, so it doesn't really matter. I hope he leaves you with those kids. Why would you wish that on someone? Why would you wish for children to be raised in a home without their father?
I'll get yours, and then he can take care of us then. How about that?
Yeah, like, my thing is, like, why do you want her to be alone? Why don't you want her to have help? And why don't you want
that's not impossible, even if you
her to have someone who loves her?
Listen, if it was someone else who did the stuff I've done, he could have gone ages ago. But the fact
somebody said, we are asking Zawadi, please. Okay, but I'm the one answering. And if she didn't want me to answer, she could have stopped me. But I'm the one answering. I'm the one on her live.
Exactly.
I'm the one speaking.
But yeah, no, like listen, I'm blessed
because y'all are not even asking that question. Like, do you love him in a way that's like nice or even?
This is why these
constructive.
Women now,
you just want her to say something. You just want her to trip up so you can have something to say about her. Leave her alone.
Listen, women are suffering nowadays because they love their man, their husband so much, and then they start taking advantage of you guys.
We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to love them more than they love us. They're supposed to love us more than we love them.
Doing this, for these men instead of the men doing that for them. It's really embarrassing. Like, y'all need to stop that. So me, I be chilling. The man takes care of me, and listen, like, I get anything I want. He does everything. Like, this man worships me. Like, where should I go? Even if I don't love him, like,
don't say that. Don't say that on live, Zawadi. You gotta. No, Zawadi.
They know that.
I'm gonna call you. It's some stuff, girl. It's some stuff. If you want to say it to me. Don't say it. Don't say it on here to these people. They do not care about you. Like, they do not care about you, and like they're gonna take things that you say and they're gonna flip it, and it's just. Certain things, just don't say it. Just don't say it.
I've said it in the past.
For your own protection. Like,
I know what you mean.
Don't. Like, I hate when people, like, contrary to popular belief, I don't think I've ever said anything negative about Zawadi. I've never had any beef with her. I've never had any issues with her. I think the most that I've done, because obviously, you know, I was shady sometimes. Like, when somebody would ask me, like, that's none of my business. Like, I don't know nothing about her. Like, that's all I would say. But I've never been mean or I've never been shady. And I think as women, at the end of the day, like, stuff happens, you know, whatever, but it really just doesn't make sense to me, like, to turn another woman into your enemy for something that has nothing to do with them or a situation that has nothing to do with you. So I don't know. And I also don't want people to think that just because people talk and just because people are acquainted and just because people are at peace with one another that they're necessarily friends. This is the first time that me and Zawadi have ever spoken, like, de vive voix. So it's like, I think calling us friends is reaching quite a bit. But
and the weird part is that, you know, when I was there, I attended Michelle's concert, and I met these two lovely sisters. I'm not going to say their names, but I think you know who I'm talking about. These two sisters, out of nowhere, we exchanged names on Instagram, we followed each other, and we became like a bit tight. And I came to find out they were your friends, and I was like, wait, what? I was like,
oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Rachel and Rebecca. Yeah. Those are my girls. And yeah, they did tell me that they actually met you. They were like, she's such a sweet girl. Like, because all of my friends, like, they're very similar to me. Like, we're all girls. Like, we love the girls, you know? And it's like, we don't be talking shit about, like, other women, like, amongst us. And so she did tell me about that encounter, actually. I think it was...
And then she connected
me to it was a while ago.
The interview with. Yeah, they're the ones who
Yeah.
connected. Yeah.
Very
That's so
great girls. Very sweet. I'm still very close with Rachel and Rebecca. I'm close with all of them. So
that's good. They're
somebody said you
amazing.
need to leave your man so you can be happy. I kind of agree.
I'm
So
happy though. Like, B, I'm happy. And listen, he's the only
no,
nigga who
you're
makes
not. Like
no, like he's the only.
I think you're content and you are satisfied with what you have right now. But
Yes, yes.
yeah, I don't know if I would
Listen,
call
it's
that
good. I'm
happiness.
happy. I'm happy, honestly. I feel like because I've been outside, I've seen outside, I've experienced outside. So I feel like that's why, like, now I'm happy. Like, I know what it is like outside. And I feel like he's the best thing. Yeah. I'm putting the words back because, like, I
So you're
just felt coming.
settling. What you just described is called settling. So you're settling?
Ombi, I'm happy. Chill. I am happy. Okay? Because, first of all, he's the only nigga who makes me finish. Every time to end match, me not call me na Maliza, okay? So where else will I
Zawadi.
go?
Zawadi. Mi no sema Swahili. Mi no sema Swahili.
No, like serious, I've been outside and there's nothing outside, baby. There's nothing. Nothing.
No, there's really nothing.
This
Truly.
man pays bills. He
But
pays
I
bills.
literally love
He
being
takes me
single
to
though. I
dinner.
love saying, do you guys see my skin? Do you guys see
Okay, you
how
love
great my skin looks? How gorgeous my skin is? This is because I have nobody stressing me. No filter, no makeup, no nothing. Like I literally barefaced.
I feel like being single would just send me to hell quicker than
I
natural.
think you think that because you didn't get a chance to be single. You got married at 17. I still feel like when you get married that young and you have children as young as you do, as many kids as young as you do, your growth, your own personal growth stunts because I don't want to say that you stop taking care of yourself because you're very beautiful. You've never looked not put together. You've always looked very beautiful, but I do think that like emotionally and cognitively, you put a pause on your own emotional and mental needs because you need to take care of your kids. You need to be a wife. You need to be all of these things. You need to provide all of these emotional things for all of these people. Like you have to be that. You're the wife, you're the mom. And when you do that, you 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 don't give that part of yourself to you. You don't allow yourself to explore. You don't allow yourself to discover. You don't allow yourself to be curious because you have to be faithful. You have to be responsible. You have to be all of these things. And that's why I think you think that if you had freedom, you would be wild because
I was.
somebody who has never tasted sugar, when they do taste sugar for the first time, what do? They're going to binge. They're going to eat as much sugar as they can because they
When I
didn't
was
know that sugar
young,
was so sweet.
I
But
used to
after a
eat
while,
that. Yo,
even if you eat a lot of sugar, even if you do love sugar, you do understand that like excessive consumption of sugar leads to cavities, leads to obesity, leads to diabetes. And so you know that in excess, but you learn that through eating sugar. And I think that's the same thing with like dating and with men. Um, I don't think that you would be wild. I genuinely don't. I think that
I
unfortunately
was
you just did
wild. I
not get a
was wild.
chance to live.
I feel like I did take advantage of that time that, you know.
You only had a couple months. You
No, no, no. But
cannot.
remember, we had 9 months before that. You know, when
That's
everything
still
happened,
not enough,
there was like a
especially not in your 20s. I
9 months.
feel like you need your entire decade of your 20s to yourself. Like, if I could give women any piece of advice,
Yeah.
marry in your late 20s. Like, for me, the
Or
earliest age that
25.
a woman can get married is 28. Like, 20 to 28, like, take care of yourself, you know? And somebody just said in the comments, you're talking to somebody who will not listen. I'm not necessarily giving her advice because
Wait, do
I'm
you?
giving her advice. I feel like we're just chatting. And at the end of the day, there are other young women who are following this live. There's a lot of people on this live right now. And maybe somebody else can take something from it, you know? And for me, I'm just saying, marriage is a beautiful thing. I think that marriage is beautiful. I think that marriage is a wonderful addition to somebody's life. And I say addition because it should be an addition. It shouldn't be the entirety of your life. Your marriage should not be your whole life. Your children should not be your whole life. I think that those beautiful parts of life are additions. And honestly, I think since you are already married and the kids are already here, just continue to do things that make you happy. Not necessarily things that are solely beneficial to your family and like to your kids and to your husband, but things that make you happy. Like keep making music. Like you love to sing, keep making music. You love to dance, keep dancing. You love fashion, keep getting dressed and being beautiful every day because you're beautiful. And if enough people don't tell you, I'm gonna tell you, you're very beautiful. Just be yourself, be happy. I feel like God takes everything and can turn something very beautiful in everything. And one of my favorite verses in the Bible is, I'm going to say it in French because I don't really know it in English. And I think this is all I have left to say. I think I might go to sleep soon. But there's a Bible verse that says in French, children are a blessing from the Lord. Les enfants sont une bénédiction venant de l'Éternel. And I love the following part that says la bénédiction de l'Éternel n'est suivie d'aucun chagrin. So the again, which is a very, very, very big if, very big if. I always told God that I always wanted a daughter. I've always wanted to have a girl. I have 2 boys. I love my sons, but I think I would be a very good.
And boys are so like, oh my goodness, these boys, they're so obsessed with me because I had 4 girls. Okay, I had 4 girls. And then the twins popped out of nowhere. 2 boys. That was a miracle, to be honest. A miracle.
So your twins are your first boys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And the B, came to my mind. I was like, should I get rid of them? Because I don't want to have any more kids. At that time, I had 4. And then I was like, you know what? No. And then my husband prayed about it. And he was like, no. Yeah. And even
is your husband pro-choice?
Yeah. No, actually, no. I mean, we had an issue where the pastor, the other one that I dealt with. I had 4 pastors who convinced me. I didn't want to do it, and they were like, "No, you have to do it." So the only reason I did it was
would we have had a mutual child?
But girl, the pastor,
not our kids would have been siblings. Girl, that's tea. I didn't know that.
No, but listen, these pastors, they convinced me. They're like, no, every time your husband looks at that child, it's gonna remind him of what you did, so you can't keep it. This, that. So, and I did it.
Girl, that's tea.
I almost died. And so, honestly, from that, I was like, I'll never do it again, ever. But God knows my heart. I didn't want to do it.
You killed Shaddai and Zion's sibling. What is your problem? Murderer.
Oh my God. People think I'm recording. Yeah, God, I don't feel bad. It is what it is. Like, God knows my heart. It was their fault. In fact, the blood is on me. It's on there.
Yo, I'm shook right now. I'm shook.
Yeah. Life, hey. That's why but I've never also one miscarriage in my life. So I've been there, done that.
Wow, we're all still recovering from the information that you just gave us.
You know how to send money with airplane money.
As in my mom? Yeah, I'll try it. I spoke to her about it. I'll look into it. All right. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.